fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a full moon reading for you for the upcoming full moon on February the 27th, which is going to be a full moon in Virgo. So for those of you that are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Eileen. I'm a spiritual advisor and an intuitive coach. I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every week right here on this channel. We truly appreciate every single one of you. And all we can do is ask that you subscribe, give us a like. It truly does help our content. Give us a comment down below if you desire, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I release new content. Without further ado, let's get into this full moon message. All right, let's get right into it. So I want to remind everyone that a full moon is about releasing energies that no longer serve us. It is also a great time to manifest for things that you're wanting to bring into fruition for the upcoming new moon. So I want to remind everyone that this is going to be a message for the collective. It will not all resonate with every single one of you. So I ask that you allow yourself to be very open-minded. Really listen to the message that comes through. Maybe the imagery will actually speak to you. Maybe you'll get something from that. But allow yourself to be really open to any message that comes through, because there might be something in here for you. But if it does not, take what resonates and leave the rest. So I'm going to use oracle cards, and I'm also going to use tarot cards. So we're going to start with the oracle cards and really allow the oracle to really deliver a message to us on where we currently are and what we need to look forward to regarding these upcoming energy shifts. So angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what information do you have for the collective for this upcoming full moon on February the 27th, which is a full moon in Virgo? What information do you have for the collective regarding this full moon, February 27th? What information do you have for the collective regarding this full moon on February the 27th? So I want to let everybody know, if you're new to my channel, I take jumpers from the pack. I don't like to choose my own cards. And I did this same thing for the new moon that happened on the 11th. So let's get started. Okay. Two more cards. So the deck I'm currently using right now is going to be the Work Your Light Oracle card by Rebecca Campbell. I do have it linked down below if you're interested, and if it sort of calls to you. So look down in the description box. Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to get started. I'm so excited. Okay. So first up, we have here Star Mother. And what this really talks about is, how can you mother yourself? So if you've sort of been feeling like you haven't been nurturing yourself, or you haven't really been compassionate or loving to yourself, this is Spirit's way of really wanting to bring to your attention that you can provide those things to you, even if you don't have a really good relationship with your mother, because I do sort of feel that there are a lot of people in the collective. This full moon, now this is what's really important, because this is what I'm intuitively getting. This full moon is a full moon in Virgo. A Virgo is someone that is actually very loving and very nurturing, and they are an earth sign. And Virgo really aligns herself with Mother Earth. So I'm not surprised at all that this Star Mother came out, because it's really wanting to bring to your attention What are the things that you need to currently do for yourself in your life that are going to help you blossom, that are going to help you bloom? If you really didn't receive the loving or the nurturing aspect of a motherly figure in your life, then you need to sort of bring that up in yourself. You need to be able to provide that for yourself. And even if you had sort of a rough childhood, recognize that there were things that you did for yourself that a motherly figure could not do for you. And you need to honor that. You need to honor that. Truly, truly honor that. Never discredit yourself for the amount of work or nurturing or love that you provided yourself. So this really wants you to sort of bring into your awareness, how can you mother yourself? What are the areas in your life that you really need to learn to nurture, to be compassionate about, and to be loving towards about yourself? Okay. We then have you're already doing it. Okay. What I really see here is, and it says, stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. So this really speaks a lot about this mothering yourself, right? I really feel this is going to be for all of my new mamas out there that really feel like you're not giving, like, especially if you didn't have a mother figure in your life. You really sort of feel like you're lacking in some area, or you question whether you're a good enough mother because you don't want, you know what it's like, you know what the experience is like not having a good, compassionate, nurturing mother figure. And so you're concerned that you might not be providing that for your child. And what Spirit is really wanting to bring to your awareness here is that you're doing a fantastic job. Give yourself credit where credit is due. Don't overthink everything. Recognize that because you have had that challenging experience, you are providing your children, your current children, with the love and the nurturing that they need. But remember that you need to provide that for yourself as well. And by questioning that, you're not providing that same nurturing and compassion for yourself by questioning that. So recognize that this is really asking you to keep doing what you're doing. And for all of those others of you that aren't really in a parental figure, what this is really asking of you is stop questioning every decision. Stop questioning whether you've made the right choice or whether you've made the wrong choice. Stop looking at it as right or wrong. Just recognize and recognize that you are where you are because of the choices that you've made. And there is no such thing as a right decision or a wrong decision. Just embrace it. And as long as you are aligned to your true north, that is all that matters. So give yourself credit where credit is due. Okay. We then have Starseed. What lights you up? Okay. So this is really wanting to bring into your awareness that if there are certain things in your life that you are not, that don't bring you joy, they're not making you happy, they're not making you smile, and you're not passionate about it, really ask yourself, why are you doing it? Really ask yourself that deep question, because a full moon is really about releasing. It's about letting go of the things that no longer serve us. And if there are certain things in your life, even if it's people, okay, even if it's people, if there are certain things in your life that don't make you happy, that don't bring you joy and don't make you smile, and you're not passionate about it, you need to let that go. Because what Spirit is really asking you to do is it's really asking you to do the things that make you happy. Do the things that bring you joy. What lights you up? Really ask yourself that question, okay? And that might actually be a really good exercise to do right before the full moon. Really ask yourself, what lights me up? And once you can figure that out, then you'll know what it is you need to focus on, okay? Next up, we have Mirror, okay? I absolutely love this because this is about who or what is triggering you. Again, this really speaks about what are the things that are no longer serving you. And I also want to point out that what this really brings to my attention is that right now we have a lot of people in the collective that are waking up to a very different reality than what they originally knew. They're recognizing that the truths and the beliefs that they once held no longer resonate with them or no longer make sense to them. And they sort of don't know what to do with that. They're waking up to a very different reality and a different way of being, and they're struggling with that. And what this is important is that recognize that every person that you come into contact with or every situation that you experience originates from your thought and the perceptions that you have up in your mind. So when you can recognize that you are in control of your own life, when you are in the driver's seat and you create every situation and every individual to come into your life, then you can truly recognize who or what is triggering you. Recognize, ask yourself, don't ask yourself, why does this person treat me this way? What you should be asking is, what is this person trying to teach me? What is it that I'm not understanding in this situation? What do I need to learn? Because everyone that you come into contact with is going to mirror to you certain aspects that do not align with your soul truth. They don't align with you. And they mirror you in that aspect because it's Spirit's way of saying, hey, we need you to be aware of this. So really sort of be reflective and observant in that, okay? We then have Sisterhood of the Rose, okay? And this says beauty and devotion, priestess and mystic teacher. So what I'm really feeling is that a lot of you out there are mystics and your teachers, and you might actually have this ability where you are very in tune with your intuition, but you're not using your gift in the way that Spirit is really wanting you to. It's also bringing up to me that many of you that are just waking up or that are brand new into this new spiritual awakening are seeking the guidance, and you're really seeking knowledge that you're wanting to get from mystics, from, psychics, and from spiritual teachers. And what this is really wanting you to be aware of is that really allow your intuition, your inner guidance, your gut feelings to lead you in the right direction. You'll know when you've met the person that you want to learn from. There's a very old saying that I absolutely love, and it says that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And make no mistake, there are no coincidences in life. Nothing just spontaneously happens. Everything happens as it should, when it should, for the exact moment that it's meant to happen. So really bring that into account, okay? Really allow yourself to really use your intuition. And for those of you that are mystics and that are teachers and are light workers, and you're too afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and really use your gift, Spirit really wants you to know that we need you. We need you to take your place, because that is what you came here for. You came here to be a leader. You came here to help lead others who need the guidance, who need to be able to rely on someone, to learn from someone. So do what is required of you to get you comfortable enough to step out of that, in that comfort zone. This was not my plan for myself. I had no intention of starting my YouTube channel and being a leader. And Spirit called me and I answered. I don't really want to say that I did it willingly, because I was sort of pushed into it. But that is what I came here for. So I really, if you're one of those individuals who is not sure that they want to step out in the spotlight just yet, I really highly ask you to really face what fear it is that's preventing you from really becoming who you are meant to become. Okay. Next up, we have Leap. Okay, now this is going to go along the way with the Sisterhood of the Rose. This is going to be for all of you light workers out there that are not fulfilling your end of the bargain, who are too afraid to step out of their comfort zone. This is really asking you to take a leap of faith. It is asking you to trust in Spirit, to trust in the universe. It says, you go first, the universe will catch you. So this is very indicative of, if maybe your calling is that you're an expert in something and you want to start a YouTube channel, or you want to start a podcast, or you want to start holding seminars in your home where you teach people things. But you're afraid because you're like, well, what if I don't have the information, or I don't really know how to do it? What Spirit is really asking you to do is, the moment that you set forth the action, the information will come to you. The how will come to you. But you have to be willing to make that first choice. You have to be willing to take that first step. You must be willing to take that leap of faith. Next up, we have soul family. Now, this is going to be, this is so amazing, because what this says is, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So, we are all connected. Energetically, we are all connected. We are all one. We are all the same. It doesn't matter the color of skin that we are, our sexual preferences. None of that matters. That is all labels that has only been given to us as we've come down here in this planet. And, the angels have always said planet Earth is probably the most difficult form of life that you could possibly come down here. You come here to really grow, and you come here. If you're here, trust me when I say, if you are here going through this life and experiencing what you're experiencing, that means you are probably the strongest soul out there, because not many people will come here and make it. So what this is really asking you is, it's telling you that there are others out there like you. There are others out there that will understand you. And this is also for those people that are going through the dark night of the soul experience right now, that really feel like they're alone and they don't have anyone to talk to, and no one understands them because they feel like they're going crazy, and other people really look at them like there's something wrong with you. What you need to do is, you need to start getting out of your comfort zone and start seeking people that are like you. Really start calling in your soul tribe so that you don't feel like you're alone. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get into the tarot and see what the tarot has to offer us for this upcoming full moon on February the 27th. Again, remember that it is a full moon in Virgo. Okay. So this is going to be a really good time. I'm going to tell you that this is going to be a really good time, that if you're truly wanting to use this full moon to manifest something, then, and it's going to be like manifesting, abundance, or manifesting something in the physical, like a new job of some sorts, then I'm going to tell you this is going to be the time to do it. You can certainly use this new moon, this full moon energy for manifesting. All right, we need 2 more cards, and then we're going to be ready to go. All right. Okay, first up. So now remember that the full moon always follows a new moon. In the new moon, we utilize the new moon energy to bring something new in. We use the full moon to release. Okay. So for the first place, we have what has been created and manifested since the last new moon. We have the King of Swords. Now, what this really tells me is that what you have created and manifested for yourself since the new moon is you've allowed yourself to sort of tread your own path. Now, this last new moon that we had on February the 11th was a new moon in Aquarius. And if you saw my new moon video, remember that that new moon, I said an Aquarius energy is really about being the rebel. A King of Swords really sets out on his own path. He allows himself to be at the top, and he allows himself to be objective. He views everything from a much higher perspective, and he utilizes his sword. That sword is his sword of truth. Truth will always be given to him should he seek it, right? And so what this really tells me, what you've created and manifested, is you've created a new reality, a new way of being, a new way of sort of allowing yourself. You're living in that moment where you're allowing yourself to be very wise intellectually, but you've allowed yourself to really tune into your intuition. So this is going to be very important that you continue to be objective in your life and really don't overthink things. Allow yourself to really use your intuition and allow your intelligence to sort of lead you. Okay. We then have where are you now? Like, where are you now? And right, we have the 5 of Cups. Now, what I love about this is that this is perfect, right? Because the 5 of Cups really signifies about you holding on to something that you're sort of crying over. You're sort of stuck in this moment where you're crying over this one cup. Like, you're only seeing things from this perspective and you're not allowing yourself to be observant about everything else around you. And this is going to be the perfect time for you to recognize what that one thing is that you're crying over and allow yourself to release it during this full moon. You know, a 5 of Cups really wants you to become aware that just because you lose something, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. You got to recognize that in order for you to bring something new in, you have to be willing to let something go. Okay. So then we have what is coming into your conscious awareness. And we have the 9 of Cups. Now, I love this. In my new moon reading, we had the 9 of Cups. And what this is really telling me is that you are consciously becoming aware that you are very abundant, you're very prosperous, and you have so much to be grateful for. Because you're recognizing that the more that you can be grateful for that, the more that you can bring more of that type of energy in. Maybe you have something that's going to be coming your way, whether it's going to be good news about a job, or maybe you're going to have some sort of income coming in, or maybe you're going to be meeting someone that is going to be offering you a cup of love, right? Or maybe you're just finally feeling like you're getting in control of your emotions. Whatever that is, this is really wanting you to what Spirit is really saying is that you are becoming consciously aware of everything that is around you and what you're grateful for, because you're coming from a place of gratitude. And I absolutely love this. We then have what is no longer serving the collective. So we have the Sun, which is a very good card. The Sun really truly represents joy and happiness, but I don't read my tarot cards in reversed. I really allow Spirit, because I'm an intuitive reader, I really allow Spirit to tell me what's coming. So what I'm hearing here is what's no longer serving you is your unwillingness to see the positive in every negative situation. Because no matter how much difficulty you might have gone through, no matter how much struggle you might have gone through, it's important that you recognize that every experience, every challenging situation sort of gives you a very different way of experiencing it, but experiencing it so that you could heal. Now, recognize that whatever you might be experiencing in your life, or whatever situation that you encounter, you know, you might not understand why you're having to go through that, but you don't know if maybe you're experiencing that because you're finally the one person in your bloodline that is going to heal that ancestral wound that has been constantly going through your entire family. Like, really think about that. You know, maybe what this is really saying is that when you can look at every situation as a positive instead of a negative, and not fall in that role of victimhood, and you do the work that's necessary, you'll allow yourself to actually heal. And that's what I absolutely love. Okay. We then have what can you release and how can you release and let go of this specific energy? We have the Lovers here, okay? So the Lovers really speaks about a sacred contract. It also talks about unconditional love, right? Because it talks about a sacred union. What I love here is that the thing that you can actually use to help you release and let go of energies that no longer serve you is unconditional love, coming from a place of compassion, recognizing that no matter what situation you go through, there is always some positive that leads you to the next thing, right? So with this Lovers card, what I'm really seeing here is that recognize that the life that you have come into is a contract. You mapped out your life and you mapped out the lessons that you needed to learn, because maybe you were the one person in your family. And I really feel that this has to do with ancestral wounding, because I really feel that there's a lot of people right now that are really healing ancestral wounds with this energy that's coming in. So, recognize that you specifically made a contract to come into this life to heal deep wounds that have been in your family for years. And maybe you're the only one that has been willing to take on that challenge, or that is really allowed yourself to really do the work, right? So the energy, what you can actually use to help you let go is going to be unconditional love, okay? All right, so then what additional resources are available to you as you let go? You have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is really about knowledge and inspiration and wisdom, right? You have divine guidance and wisdom. You're learning as you go. You know that you don't have all of the answers, and that's okay. But there are other people that you can receive those answers from. So it's important that you continue to go deep within yourself. Allow yourself to listen to your intuition, listen to that divine guidance to give you the information that you need to help you along the way, right? I love that here what you have is you have these two birds, which really signifies, that higher aspect of yourself. And notice how she's holding on to these that almost look like balloons, but they're light bulbs, right? That's divine guidance. That's divine inspiration that comes to you. So, the additional resource to you is divine guidance. So that is the message that I have for you for this upcoming full moon on February the 27th. I thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you got a lot of amazing information and lots of golden nuggets with this message. And I will look forward to talking to you next time. Namaste, guys.